Right, Shalom to you sincere brothers and sisters. This is Samak coming to you in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, where all praises, honor, and glory is due, and double honor to the elders and apostles of GMS, and peace blessed to brothers doing this work. Alright, so this is Samak, like I said, coming with another lesson. On my way to the plantation again. But you know, I know the video is going around these last couple days about, you know, the brother that was getting that got reported at his job, and you know, and I wanted to share a few words. It's gonna be a quick lesson, man. That yeah, you know, this is a real thing. This happens. So it happened to a brother in our camp probably sometime earlier this year or the end of 2022, but I think it was like the beginning of this year. It happened to that brother, and I'll get into a little more of that. But before that, what happened? One thing that happened to me was I actually have co-workers in multiple jobs. So the previous job I've had, that I was there for about 2.5 years, we literally camped 2 blocks down on the same street from my job. So my job was on 18th Street, right? 18th and the Crossroad. So the Crossroad was Chestnut, right? And we camped on 16th Street on that same road. So, you know, I did that. I was there for 2.5 years, man. 2.5 years. And my manager know that I did this work. My coworker seen me. So yeah, man. And you know, the Spirit of the Lord always made a way to where the people never really brought it up. And they would bring it up here and there, and I would always just keep it real simple, man. Just say, you know, I'm preaching the Bible. You know, keep it real simple. Preaching the Bible, going into history. Keeping it real simple, and you know, it's never gotten much further than that. And then fast forward to today, it actually happened to me a few months ago, where a colleague of mine happened to be on a public transportation on a bus and ride down the street and saw me, and he approached me twice about it. But you know, I just kept it real simple. But ever since then, I always felt like he was the Edomite, and I always felt like he had this this little look like, I wonder about this guy, you know. But yeah, man, it's a real thing. It happens, and depending on the management that you have and the employment you have, man, it could be nothing, or it could be something to where it becomes a big thing, man. But you just always got to have faith that the Lord's going to work everything out. But then to go back to the brother in my camp, what happened to him was he actually got reported and exploited on Twitter. So somebody apparently that a girl that he used to talk to, I guess like her sodomite best friend was mad, hating, so she ended up, or whatever, they end up going on back to our camp videos, and they went back probably like 6-7 months. It was like 6-7 months that they went back on our camp page, went through a whole camp, found literally a 30-second clip of the brother, and he's and he didn't even really say anything, but he was right there in the forefront. He was in the middle. But we had this, I remember it, we had this dude walk up, and he had a dress on, man. And he had a dress and a wig and makeup and all that, and it caught every brother off guard. So every brother was like, what? Who's man's? And then one of the brothers was like, yeah, it's Jeffrey Dahmer in a dress. You know what I mean? Because the guy looked like Jeffrey Dahmer. Edomite will look like Jeffrey Dahmer. And it was like, yeah, in a dress. And then basically they took that clip, they snipped it, right? And then they went on Twitter, they put the man's government name, mind you, they put his government name, you know what I mean, his first and last name. They added his company that he works for, and they made a whole little statement like, hey, is this the representation of your company, yada yada yada, all that shit, right? So then what happened, this man got reported to his job. mind you, the brother says that his direct manager is a female who is a part of the alphabet community, right? She's a part of the L's. You know what I mean? Got to speak in code. She's a part of the L's, and then the other like HR rep, I believe he said, is a sodomite. So he was at odds, man. He was legit at odds. And the topic of the video had to do with, like, you know, alphabet community, sodomy, you know, the T's or whatever the fuck that is. And long story short, brother had to go through like a hearing and different things like that. They had to send it up to review, and you know, the brother held his own. You know, the Most High put the words in his mouth to speak certain things, you know, and you know, say certain words that, you know, was like defamation of character. Basically flipped the script on them, basically saying this was an attack on his character, and you know, all these different things like that. And brother ended up getting off, kept his job, everything was cool, I guess, and yeah, and brother hasn't had any problems since. But that just goes to show that at any given time, there's people watching you, man. Even if you're not doing anything, even if you going to work, you don't talk about the truth, you're not wearing your fringes at work, you know, you basically Clark Kent when you outside of the line. People are watching, man. People see you. It happens to me all the time. My lady gets texts from her friends. Hey, I saw your man or whatever down, you know, where one of our camp spots. So it happens all the time. Like, we are seen, brothers. All right, when we're out on the highways, we are seen. People see us, people know us, people recognize us. It happens. And it's only a matter of time before someone gets that hateful spirit on them and they feel like they got to report you to your job, man. And the brother, the elder Menach Zakbar, was going into in his video, was like, yo, and he ended off with it saying, like, it's if he brought out the scripture, I gotta go back and get it, but he that taketh away a man's livelihood slayeth him, man. So hey, that's like one of the most hateful things you can do, man, is to try to take a person's living from them. Someone that try to take someone's job from them, man, because you're mad at certain things that they say or do, so you want to take away their job. Mind you, you're not mad about anything that has to do with their job. It's not like you went into their store or their workplace and they disrespected you and gave you terrible service. It wasn't nothing like that. It was something that they did in their personal lives, and you try to take away their job, man. It's crazy, man. But we know that the world hates Yahweh Shai, and it doesn't hate us necessarily, man. It hates Yahweh Shai. All right? They hate him that sent us. All right? And if they hated Yahweh Shai, what more us, man? You know? And we come in doing a good work. We come in the spirit of Yahweh Shai today. All right? So you have to understand that this is just a fulfillment of prophecy. And the scriptures say that in Amos, I believe it's 5 and 10. And it says, they hate them that rebuketh in the gate, man. Roughly paraphrasing. All right? They hate us that rebuketh in the gate, because what? We stand up for righteousness' sake. All right? John 7 and 7. All right, Yahweh Shai said the world hates him because he testified that the works thereof are evil. And we come in the same spirit of Yahweh Shai today, and we prophesy that the works of the world are evil, and therefore what? They hate us for it, man. They don't hate us because we're sending wickedness on the earth. They don't hate us because we're destroying and oppressing people. No, they hate us because we stand on truth, right? And we stand up for righteousness' sake in a wicked society, in a wicked world, man. And we're going to continue to do this work, right? But brothers, just realize, like, yo, it's a very possible situation that it can happen to you at your job. So just prepare yourself for that, you know? But remember that the Most High, if you're sincere in this truth and you're really putting forth your best effort for Yahweh Shem Yahshua, you're doing this work, you know, you're staying faithful, the Most High is going to make a way. You know, these things are going to happen as just canon events. You know, it's just events that has to happen for, you know, the building of our character, the building of our faith. Okay, so don't let, if this happens to you or something of this nature happens to you, don't look at it in the manner like, damn, why me? Why is this happening? Is the Lord judging me? No. We have to go through certain difficulties and conflicts as a natural canon event. Okay, it's our canon event It's a natural process that we must go through in this life as a trying of our faith, as a building of our character and a building of our spirit. So it's necessary. But guess what? The Most High is not going to put you through more than you can handle. And he's not going to put you in a situation that's going to utterly destroy you unless you were meant to be destroyed. All right. But if you're putting forth the best effort, you're sincere in the truth, you're in the spirit, you're faithful and hoping the Yahushai, chances are, the likely chances are, and a high possibility, maybe 95, 99%, that you are of that number. Think like that, okay? Because otherwise, if you don't think that you're of the number, it's no point for you doing this work. Just go back into the world, man. Lord willing, this video is edifying. Real quick, short lesson. I want to leave it there. Till next time, shalom.